All right, so the world of AI, it's just exploding, right? And YouTube, that's pretty much ground zero for all of it. But seriously, where do you even begin? In this explainer, we're going to cut through all that noise with a hand-picked list of 21 channels that you're absolutely going to want to watch in 2025.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? You type AI into that YouTube search bar and boom, it's a total jungle out there. It's this chaotic, overwhelming landscape of tutorials and news and explainers. It's so easy to just get lost. You click on a dozen different videos and somehow end up even more confused than when you started. We've all been there.
But here's the thing. The solution is not to try and watch everything. That's impossible. The real solution? It's having the right map. So think of this explainer as exactly that. Your personal map to navigate all that chaos and find the stuff that's actually right for you.
Okay, so let's actually take a look at this map. The first thing you've got to realize is that AI on YouTube isn't just one big blob. It's really broken down into these different neighborhoods, you could say. You've got your hands-on tutorials, your deep dive research, stuff focused on your specific industry, all sorts of things. And what that really means is, no matter what you're trying to learn, there's a path here for you. So, let's start our little tour in the first neighborhood. I like to call this the Builder's Workshop. This spot is for all of you out there who learn by doing. You know, the people who want to get their hands dirty, try out the latest tools, and just see how things work with practical step-by-step demos. And inside this workshop, you'll find a few different specialists. You've got channels like the AI Grid, which is all about reviewing the newest tools as they come out. Then there are others like BuyCloud AI that really zero in on specific things like cloud computing. And if you want a bigger picture, a channel like In the World of AI gives you a great overview of what's happening globally, so you can kind of see which flavor fits what you're looking for.
But if you're looking for a perfect place to start in this category, check out Skill Leap AI. What makes them so great is their laser focus on upskilling. This isn't just about, hey, look at this cool new tool. Nope. Every single tutorial they make is designed to give you a concrete new skill you can actually add to your professional toolkit. Super practical.
Okay, so let's move on. We're leaving the workshop and heading over to what I call the Library and Research Lab. This spot on our map is for those of you who aren't just satisfied with knowing how a tool works. You want to know why it works. You're curious about the theories, the research papers, and the big breakthroughs that make all this tech possible. And this category has some real heavy hitters, for sure. You've got channels like Sam Whitveen AI and Developers Digest, which are fantastic for programmers who want to see machine learning applied with actual code. But I really want to highlight two channels here that represent two totally different ways to learn.
And it really just comes down to your personal learning style. On one hand, you've got 2-minute papers. This channel is legendary, and I mean legendary, for taking super dense research papers and boiling them down into these quick, easy-to-digest summaries. It's perfect if you're short on time. But on the other hand, you have AI Explained. They go for a deeper, more comprehensive breakdown using these amazing visuals to help you really grasp the concepts. So you have to ask yourself, are you looking for speed, or are you looking for depth?
All right, let's keep moving. Our next stop is the Business District. This is where all that theory we just talked about really meets the real world. This whole section is about how AI is being used right now in specific industries and how it's changing everything about how we work, how we create, and even how we invest. And man, this is where you really see just how massive AI's impact is. You've got channels digging into how AI is shaking up media and the arts. Check out Black Mixture and Theoretically Media for that. Then you have others like Sarah Finance and Cole Medden, who are looking at its role in finance and economics. And then there are channels like the Next Wave podcast, which are zeroed in entirely on business strategy. Let's zoom in on that for a second. A channel like Wes Roth, for example, is absolutely essential if you're in any kind of leadership role. All of his content is built around one key question. How do these new technologies actually change your business strategy and the big decisions you have to make every day? It's all about cutting through the hype to find a real, tangible strategic advantage. Okay, for our final stop on the tour, we're heading to the Innovation Garage. This place is for the creators, the builders, the developers, basically anyone who wants to stop just learning about AI and start building and creating things with it. Now, for you builders out there, there are really two main paths emerging right now. First, you've got channels like Tech with Tim and Corbin Brown. These are for folks who want to roll up their sleeves and get hands-on with code. But then, you've got this other path, represented by channels like No Code MBA. And it's a totally different approach that's getting super popular.
And this is the key takeaway here. Building with AI is now for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned programmer, Tech with Tim has got you covered.
But what's so cool is that even if you've never written a single line of code in your life, No-Code MBA shows you how you can build really powerful apps using simple no-code tools. I mean, the barrier to entry, it has literally never been lower.
So, okay, we finished our tour. Now, how do you actually use this map? Well, it's a super simple 4-step process. First, just identify your goal. What are you trying to do? Learn a tool, understand a big idea, build something from scratch? Second, pick the category from our tour that matches that goal. Third, and this is important, just start with one channel. Don't try to watch everything at once. And finally, number 4, stay curious. Once you feel like you've got a handle on one area, use that confidence to start exploring the other neighborhoods on our map.
So there you have it. We've laid out the entire landscape, and we've given you the guide. Look, that AI jungle is still huge. It's still out there. But for you, it's not uncharted territory anymore. You literally have the map right in your hands. So the only real question left is, where are you going to explore first?